Okay. I am live, Byron. Okay, bud?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so some of the things I did this last night. I'll show you. I'll bring up my folder here. These are the things that I did last night. Actually, I did these things this morning. Last night, I installed Ultimate Edition Arch on bare metal. It took a long time for me to back up all my stuff because I back things up to my private server. So, and it uploads the internet we have here. The uploads are, well, they're really slow. It took a long time. So whenever I switch systems like I'm doing now, and I really want to keep my stuff, I'm a human. I make errors, so naturally I want to back my stuff up somewhere that it don't matter what I do to my computer, it's good. It's saved. I don't have to worry about it. So that's what I did. I normally wouldn't do this for a distribution, but this is a distribution that's well, it's been around for a while, and it's a good community, and they deserve my attention. It's certainly an inspirational distro. They do some things with it that I can't. I don't know how to do. So I mean, and they're much smarter than me. I don't consider myself a developer, although I am developing my own operating system, which is also based on Arch. But I'm actually looking into a Debian backing because that is my system that I would go to. My daily driver now is Debian. So, but anyway, having said that, I did. Now this is my description of what I did today. Last night I just installed it. I had to I ran into the same issues with this segment that I did just putting it on a VM. So, I was thinking maybe VirtualBox was the culprit, possibly, but it's not. There's something involved in during the installation process or something that maybe it's Calamares. I'm not sure. I know that Calamares should not be I'm pretty sure Calamares is probably on the system right now. And that's a program that should probably go bye-bye during the installation. That's one of the things that you would pick in a Calamares. I believe in the Calamares and config to be removed after the installation. So, and I don't think it's the case. So I don't know if that is the problem in itself. But there is a problem. The problem is I have to create my user as Ultimate. I don't want my user as Ultimate. Now, it doesn't mean the distribution is bad, and I'm not saying that in any segment. I will say things that I don't agree with that I think is bad, but it doesn't mean that the distribution is bad, because what I don't like somebody else may like, and what they like I may not like. You know what I'm saying? So, this is like I said, it's a good community, and I and my words are just a reflection of my personal experience. It don't have to be everybody else's, and it doesn't mean that the distribution is bad. Okay, it doesn't. So don't take that from my words. But I updated it. I did a little bit different after the bare metal because I ran into these issues when in the VM. So I knew up front. I remembered the things that I encountered during the virtual machine incident, so I didn't have to go through as many hoops. It's a learning process, right? So I updated it with the commands that you see here. Sudo pacman -S archlinux-keyrings. That does the keyring thing because this is an old ISO, so there would have been several updates, and a lot of the keys and everything that were made by individuals or whatnot. I mean, there was a whole slew of them. Okay, and so I updated the key rings because it just would not do an update last night, and it actually locked me out of. I had to type the command in to unlock the databases, so it wouldn't sync up the databases. I was locked out for some reason, and this would have taken care of that sudo, the key rings, and then I updated it with SYU. You can do SYYUU. I mean, SYU. You should probably never have to do SYYU. But anyway, I did that, and I installed OBS so I could, record and stream. And Flatpak was not on the system. That's one thing. I was kind of, and it's not a knock at all. I don't know why that's not. I mean, because this appears to be like something that content creator would want. Ultimate Edition. It depends on what you're making, I guess. But anyway, so I did that, and I installed Brave because I'm not a fan of Firefox anymore. I used it for many years after I dumped. I think it was Internet Explorer back in the day, and then Windows came out with Edge, and I think at that point, at one point, I didn't, before transitioning into the open source scene, I think I used Google Chrome, and then something happened with Google Chrome. Something blew up, went viral, and I think I went to Firefox then, or vice versa, and then when Edge, I'm pretty sure it's around when Edge came out. I think it was even a little bit after Edge came out. I at one point I switched to Brave because I like freedoms, and I don't like the spying crap. And I know there's a chance that it don't matter what browser you use, or hackers are pretty freaking smart, man. They're gonna if they want to get you, they probably can. I just like to make it a little bit harder for them. So and possibly I could use the same extensions on Fire. I've never tried it, so I can't tell you. I'm pretty sure you can, but I use Brave, of course, and I use DuckDuckGo Essentials, and I just don't get tracked. I mean, I have to physically disable. It works so well that I have to physically disable it to do live chats with, like if I'm having issues with my ISP, internet service provider, or game server that I want to talk to people live, then I have to physically disable that. It will not let me do it. So I just like Brave, DuckDuckGo, and that's just what I do. Alright, so I'm going to take this part down. And one thing I want to point out here, I like this screen. I just love this background. Let me get rid of my description. I don't need it anymore. Can I get rid of it? Cut. Move to trash. Okay, I got you. I just couldn't. I'm not used to the whatchamacallit, what is it called? Kaja. I have to say I don't like Kaja only because I don't know Kaja. Okay. All right, this is Kaja. I like the jelly. It looks like the jelly effect, and I really like what he does with with all the theming. I mean, like let me take this down. I like that. The fire, whatever it is, you know, I just freaking adore that. It is freaking awesome. Okay. But I don't like Kaja because I just don't know my way around it like Kaja. Let me go full screen here. I don't even know how to zoom in this. But let me see how I could, like, I want to go, let's go to the file system here. And there's things I do, like, you know, that I need to go into etc. You know, I need to go to the Polkit. I need to go into the Polkit. I need to put my rules in, you know, whatnot for, like, programs that I run, like core control for the fan control. If there's a fan control system on Ultimate Edition, I'm not aware of it. I think it's essential if you're going to be doing AMD to run core control. I mean, you want your and then in conjunction with fan control, core control, it optimizes your fans for you. Like, you know, like right now, it would, you know, of course, it wouldn't be running on the max power. My fans wouldn't be running at a max speed at this point. But, you know, and as I take my resources, you know, when I start maxing out my resources, they get faster and faster and faster. That's what happens with fan control and core control working together. And there may be other programs better. I don't know. I'm just not aware of them. Okay. So anyway, I was trying my butt off last night I wanted to open this in root. And on the DE, and I'm not knocking the DE they chose, what is it? Is it Plasma? I really don't remember. I think it may be KDE. Anyway, it's not Cinnamon. Cinnamon's what I'm used to. Oh, and but that has nothing to do with the file manager. I mean, because you can use whatever file manager you want. I don't know the reasoning for Kaja, so it may be something that works better with, you know, their theming and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not the developer, and I can't speak intelligently about that. All I know is I physically do not like Kaja because, well, I don't know my way around it. Like, I want to open this in root, okay, so I can do some things. So how do I do that? And I found this script thing. It says browses root, but I don't think that is it, because I don't just want to browse in root. I want to make changes. So I want to scroll down here, open with gedit as root. So let me try that. Nothing. There's absolutely no changes taking place. Okay, none. So that's one reason. That's one change I would, as a personal user, not as the developer. I mean, I admit when I developed only Linux OS based on Arch, I used the Cinnamon desktop because that was just the easiest desktop environment for me, transitioning from Windows to Linux, and I just know it better. And, you know, and these developers may know this better, and I just don't. So I would absolutely dump this and put Nemo on. Nemo, Thunar. You know, I see Thunar a lot with Arch, so both of those are pretty good. Thunar. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the difference that I would choose. If I had to choose one, that would be hard. I mean, I don't know, but I guess if I had to ultimately choose Thunar or Nemo, I would choose Nemo only because I'm more knowledgeable about Cinnamon, and Nemo comes with Cinnamon, so. But Thunar works great too. And the one thing about Thunar, and you may be able to do this with all of them, I don't know, but I like clicking on the file system icon, like, what's all that shaking? I don't know what the shaking's all about. But anyway, I like I like clicking on it and opening one up, and if I click on it again, automatically another one opens up. You know, I like that. Then you can take it to the left of your monitor, to the right, you know, and do the side by side. But anyway, so I don't know. Maybe you can do that with here. No, okay, you can't. All right. Anyway, back to this. What was I doing in the file? Why did I even bring that up? I don't like rabbit trails. Because I don't want to make this video any longer than needed. And this absolutely has nothing to do with issues. Okay. One thing I noticed is, I think this is conky. This is what this is called. I absolutely do not have 12 cores. And this is showing 12 core. I have a 6-core processor. And it also shows down here that I have, it says, where did I see it? Alright, right here, file system total, 5.1 terabytes of file system space. And it's got the hard drives listed down here. I'm going to tell you now, I have 2 terabytes. I have a I'll bring up the Kaja again to show. Okay, I've got this. Let me, actually, you know what? I wonder if they have discs in here. Yes, they have discs. They're not, that way you can see. Right here are the 2 discs. This is the I don't know if I can, I don't know how to zoom on these. But anyway, this is 1 terabyte, as you can see. And this one also is, these are both, see, 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte. You don't see any other disk anywhere, right? But it's reading all this here. I wish I had that many, but I mean, I wouldn't have 5 1 gig terabytes. I'd have, you know, 2, 4, or something like that. I wouldn't have multiple that many. And these are all NVMe. I've never, there may be some out there, but I've never seen a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've never seen a motherboard with 5 NVMe slots. They may exist, I don't know. I just haven't seen them myself. So, I mean, this isn't a knock. I mean, I don't like things on my desktop, but this is pretty cool. When you start it up, you know, hey, you know how many, 329 processes. I mean, that includes, I guess, OBS, but that's a lot of process. I mean, that's a lot of processes. But having said that, at the same time, I'm not using, but where's the RAM? I'm using, wow, I mean, I guess that's quite a bit of RAM being used. 3 gigs of 32 gigs possible. I've never run, I don't recall ever running that much RAM on a system. Maybe a gig at best, running everything that I do. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I don't know if that's typical or not. I don't think so. I mean, my personal self. But anyway, so this conky is not. And last night I clicked on the screen, and this went by and vanished. But it's not vanishing today. So I guess that's cool. But anyway, moving on into it. So during the installation process, like I said, the first one failed on bare metal too, because I have certain things I do on Arch. I mean, I log everything I do, commands I type in, everything. I always put them in a text file so I can copy and paste, so I don't have to type them in every single time I do a system, check a system out. You know, Arch, with Arch, I mean, I could use it on any Arch system. The commands should work. Regardless if they hold packages back, I mean, the command would, but they should all work. So, there may be programs like Yay. I don't know if they all come with Yay. I don't know. But so the Yay commands may not work if they don't have Yay, but you could always just put Yay on it, right? But anyway, so I had to create a user using Ultimate, or I would log in and all I would see was a green cursor spinning, and a green cursor spinning, like you see this one right here. I'll put it in the corner here. You see that spinning. That's what you get, a black screen with it spinning, period. And this is on bare metal and a virtual machine. Once again, I'm not flaming nobody. These things could, I don't know how an ISO could break. I mean, I don't see how that's possible. How a made ISO breaks. Like if I downloaded it, how it could have broke during that process. But it's an old ISO. But anyway, so you get the black screen and the green cursor. And a gentleman came on the page yesterday and made some suggestions, which was create the user as Ultimate, and I did, and it worked. Well, both of them installed, but I could not log in to my user that I created. So today I just did the Ultimate. I just after it failed with mine on bare metal, I just went ahead and I knew what to do because the situation last night. So Ultimate, and this is what I got. The only thing I did was those things I had in the description. That's all I've done. Update, and I did put Brave on. So now we're going to go from there. So it's Ultimate. So you come here and let's go to the user. Also, it automatically. I don't understand. During the installation process, when it's installing Ultimate, it asks you have to hit any key to go to continue. Then it asks you for a time zone. So I type in 133, which is my time zone. Awesome, it's I don't care when I tell the system where I'm at. So I was like, cool, that's going to save me a process, right? So I did that and it installs. But during the Calamares installer, it's on Indianapolis, which isn't too far away. But why does it? What's the need of putting it in before it's installed if you're going to have to put it in again? So that's something that they could either take off. I don't know how they would go about. You don't have to do that. I don't know why they do that. There's an underlying reason they do things, and I just don't know what those are. So there may be an underlying reason that they do that. I just don't know about. So anyway, you put that in. And also during the process, there's a tick you could automatically log in, or you could choose not to automatically log in. I never automatically log in. I want to put my password in every time. Auto login defeats the purpose of having a password. Why even put a password in if it's going to log you in? So I do that, and then I noticed during a reboot, after I installed the things like the Brave, all that, I did the update, and then I rebooted, and it automatically logged me in. Why? So there's a glitch or something somewhere in either the system here or Calamares or something. Okay, and I wonder if Calamares is on here. I'm going to check that out here in a moment, but I'm going to try to remember how I removed the auto login, because I do not want to be auto logged in. Okay, it's not there. Not there. Okay. I bet this is it. Desktop session. Log. Okay, SDDM. Oh, here we go. Automatically log in as user. I don't want to automatically lose it, so I'm going to uncheck that, hit apply. Put in my strong and complicated password, and that should have taken care of that. Background services. Well, okay, so the auto login will not happen on a reboot, so I'll have to type in my password. That was easy. I just wished that wouldn't been the case. It's frustrating, but I mean, I'm not upset. I was expecting that possibility, so I'm not upset over it at all. I mean, I just fixed it. It took a while, but it's a hoop. But when you choose during the calamaris not to be auto logged in, you shouldn't be automatically logged in. It must be an ultimate thing. It must be the fact that when it was built with ultimate as the default, as maybe the live environment, and it's not switching from the live environment to the creating environment, and there's something amiss there somewhere. But anyway, so that was what I ran into. I wanted to check, and I forgot the command for what I want to do. The processes. I want to see if why is that splashing? If calamaris is still on here. I don't know if I can do a search or not, like in Arch. I don't remember. Okay. It's got a Calamares is still on here. Well, I don't understand that. But anyway, I wonder if that could be the problem. I don't know. I know there's a reason why they say that should be taken off. I know I've seen that and watched something on it. I read up on it that should be removed during installation. After, the initial installation and the reboot, it should not be on your system. Maybe it conflicts with something. I don't know the reasoning. I mean, let's see. But I didn't see it here. Install system. Oh, is that it right here? Yeah, I see. Yes, failed because it's already on. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we're not in that. There's no reason to have it. But anyway, the functionality is absolutely. I really like it. That's why I wanted to try it on bare metal. Like I said, I mean, I would not use, and I'm going to show you the reasoning behind it. So instead of just saying, I like Nemo better and I can't do the root and Conja, I'm just going to put it on here and show you, explain to you why. So I'm going to hit Control-Alt-T to bring up the terminal, and that command was not working last night until I installed Nemo. Okay, so I'm removing Kaja and Discover.
Coffee's just above 10 cups.
Oh, is it? It's getting there. It's going really slow.
Yeah, we need to get some vinegar and more creamer.
So I'm going to sudo pacman. Why? I don't know why it wouldn't let me do paymac. Oh, maybe it's yay. And that's what it was. Yep. Need to keep dependencies around. So I like paymac better. I'm just going to show you Nemo. The reason why I did that, and also the paymac, the options that I did not find at Discover, and if they're there, I just don't know how to use them. I guess I've seen Discover before, and I don't remember what I used to do my updates. I don't know why it keeps asking me. I guess I didn't force why, but or yes, but I'll just show you the reasons, and if you can tell me that there's ways without doing this, please tell me in the comments below. Because I want to know whether I use it or not. I want to know because, you know, it may impact the decision of me switching it, right? So. Okay. So there's that. Let me hit sudo. Go ahead and update again. Whenever you saw something, you should update again. See, that's the beauty of Arch. Look at all the updates already. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Let's see, the updates. They're serious about the Arch community. They're serious about their work. They're always updating it. They're always maybe they're making it better. I don't know. Network manager. There are all kind of updates. Okay. Anyway, it's not going to take long. Oh, I'll be right back. I got to go put a cell phone in my mailbox that a student had left on. Might be done.
Where are you gonna go get?
Boy, that's a cell phone on the bus and put it in the mailbox. Is that okay?
Yep.
You want to do it?
I can go right there and get it.
No, I'll get it ready. Oh, the weather's terrible. All right.
That's something, man.
Oh, yeah.
Does that look good? But you got
Oh, yeah.
hash browns and
Okay.
Billy was slow on that.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
She's grown girl now.
I love the screen, how it minimizes. Alright. See if it worked. Yep, add and remove. Do that on the panel. I'm not going to stick with this system, but I'm going to put it in there just for useful. I have it up. And let me open up Nemo. I guess if I hadn't moved the icon off from Kaja, it would have been, there we go. Let's pull up Nemo here. The theming still works. So whatever he does with the theming, like, let me get rid of it. Yeah, I love it. That's pretty cool. So now, okay, I can get rid of this. Remove. So now I should be able to open up. See this open as roots right here. Let's see if it works. It does. So now I'm in root. Show hidden files. It's so easy. Oh. Why is... Alright, here we go. I didn't even check and see if they have NeoFetch. It just won't. I mean, if you put NeoFetch in your Bash RC, it's just not gonna. It'll just not work. You'll have a notification when you pull it up and it won't work. But there you go. I mean, I'm able to open his root. To me, that's just easier. The process is. But like I said, I don't know Kaja. There may be something just as easy by just right-clicking and opening his root that you could do there. So it's not me knocking Kaja, I just don't know it. You know, there may be, the functionality may even be better than Nemo. I do not know. Okay. So the issues, that's the reason why I like that. And then let me pull up the what was this? Pull up add and remove software. I can get rid of Google. I do not like Google anywhere. So bang, bang, bang. Oh, whoa, 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 what happened? I hit something wrong. Bang. Let's hit apply, and Google will be. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. So this should be getting rid of Google. Awesome. Now there's no Google. Let's get rid of Firefox. Now you could probably do this in Discover, but this isn't why I put Discover on here, just so you're aware. Alright. Alright, so over here, the hamburger menu, you put preferences here. You can check the, you know, frequency of your updates. I do every week. Or, you know, if you don't like a crap ton, you can choose every day. But I'm going to choose every week here. Automatically download the updates is I'm going to choose. Upgrade the system. Shutdown. I normally don't shut down. I guess. That would download the updates and not let, and then once you reboot it would do them. Let's do 2. I don't want it to fail. Number of copies to keep. Why keep? Why keep all but the package? Yeah, remove, uninstall. Advanced. Remove unrequired dependencies, of course. Do not check for updates when installing. Enable AUR. Check for updates. I didn't see an option to do that stuff on the other. It was just going to update. I guess it would just notify you there's an update and you can choose to do them or not. Me, I like the automation of that, and you know, so I shouldn't have to do much, you know. So let me check. For updates now, see what it shows. Might be Electron. I think something you do does something with Electron. Yeah, but I'm not going to use the GUI. Alright. So there you have it. I mean, that's the reason why I do the Nemo and the pacman. If there's something better, and I like core control. I want to install that while we're on here. See, it does have Neopatch, and this shows you the kernel and everything you're running. And it looks like this might be a spin, unless this is a kernel that Ultimate creates. This is a spin of Arch. It's either you got a spin or a distro. I mean, just because a spin is a distro, but it's not its own distro unless it's using their kernel. So I've been told, but to me, I mean, it's a great system. Okay, regardless of it being a spin or a distro, it doesn't matter. It's still it does some pretty cool stuff, and you know, so you know, all right, that doesn't come standard on Arch. What was I doing? Oh, core control. So let's do yay dash capital S core CTRL. And I plugged my handy dandy external hard drive in. I got some base stuff in here. But I do want to see if they got fan control in AUR. Damn. Well, that sucks. So what controls fans and arch? Fan control. Does it already have fan control? Oh, well, we're going to find out. Will all be dipped. It does. Nice. That's either part of Arch, or I didn't think it was, or it's something that Ultimate has baked in. It's checking my fans out now. You probably can't hear it on the screen, but it's doing it. Awesome. Good stuff. Alright, I'll get up here and get some in a minute. Okay, so now external plugged in. have to put a password in for that anymore. it works. System settings, minimized. All my settings work. Saved over to Arch from Debian. And now now what's going to happen is core control will automatically start up when I do a reboot. Otherwise, without my rules and stuff that I just put into the file system, it would require a password. And now, when I let's see, demo. So now, when I go to the hard drive here, it's not gonna. It doesn't ask me for my password anymore. Documents. What would I do? Thing I did with Arch. Oh, okay. I have my own repository, so I can install Brave, and I can do some things with my repository that a person, a Joe that doesn't have my repository would have to do himself to get it to work on his. But I got some packages that load Brave. A lot of these I've gotten my repository. Of course, if I don't update it, then it won't be an updated version. So if someone was to have the latest and greatest, then they wouldn't want mine, because it's not going to be the latest and greatest. It works. I don't see fixing something that's not broke. So anyway, what are some of the things I install? I guess I use the Linux Mint themes. Yep, for the cinnamon, for my cinnamon. Or I did. This is very old. What you see written here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's really old. Nemo. Looks like I put some things on here that Nemo doesn't actually give. Oh, here's my repository. I've got okay, so all this is, I've got Audacity, Blues, Util, Cinnamon, Cuts, Firefox, Flame Shot. Why do I have Firefox? I don't know. Flame Shot, Flatpak, Fuse, Ghost Script. I get all this as in my repository, apparently. All the video drivers, Thunderbird. Oh, I put them all in my repository, so I don't need internet. I don't like internet. I mean, I like internet, but I mean, so you could install my, these are my packages. So you could install my system without internet. I mean, you can a lot of things, I guess. I guess you don't have to have internet, but you're just going to get you just get basics. I don't know. Anyway, this is old though. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've expanded. Okay, anyway. I don't know why I got the gets. Get. I don't know. That's my Linux file there. I mean, you could take. I don't like. Typing. So I would just take and do this. Right click and just paste that in, and it would just do everything for me. I like ease. I wonder what I used. 5. Well, I didn't change it. I've got my own repo though. It's funny. I went to do pacman, edit the pacman file last night, and as you can see on pacman that I would put on my system, it would be uncommented out, but I forgot to comment it out, and the guy that was on there helping said uncommented. I mean, I changed it, but it wouldn't have done 0. It would have done 0 if he hadn't said that. I would have been like, what the heck, you know. So that's pretty bonehead. But anyway, yeah. I don't know, man. I just love the. I'm gonna have to find a way to steal that. I don't know if you can steal. I mean, I don't want to steal. I just wonder if he would show me what that is. I absolutely love that. See the fire, the border fire or whatever, that when I get rid of something, it goes down. Man, that is just so beautiful. I like that. I'm a cosmetic kind of guy too. You know, I like that. So, one thing I do like is, I wonder if it'll let me do that in Arch. I don't know if I've ever tried this next thing I'm going to do in Arch. Let's see. I'm going to pull. Let me see if it is my thing here. I got certain text editors and stuff that I like. I may like other things better. I don't know, but I just use what is Arc ALCI? Oh, that's when I was learning calamares and stuff. That's cool. That's a cool reminder. So let me pull Debian up, because I do not have here LeafPad. I want LeafPad. Well, it's not going to let me because this is. gonna try. Oh no, it's not going to because it's APT. Crap. If it's going to work, you know, I've got dependencies on here that will run it. Okay, yeah, because it's not on. Okay, so let's see if it installs LeafPad. Well, I mean, I guess I could have installed it from the... I didn't know that. Anyway. Sudo pacman. Oh. I guess I should just make my own, add LeafPad to my repository so I can have it. Just wonder if I restarted my machine, if let me open up emo documents, Linux. Debian, open with leaf pad's not showing up. Okay, well, anyway, I mean that's all I needed. I wanted to check out. I just want to know. I hope they get that fixed. I think it's happened to multiple people. I know one other for sure that where you get the black screen unless you do the ultimate thing. Nobody should have to make their account called ultimate. So I hope that's something they can fix. I mean, they may not be interested in fixing it. I mean, they do things. I mean, they may not be interested in updating Arch. So I mean, that's just something people will have to get over. I mean, it's their choice, and I stand behind their choices. It's just the way it is. If you're not the guy developing it, then you're just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, I'm sure they may see this video and they may want to, hey, let's get that fixed so it don't happen anymore. So I mean, because if they have a good, if the system is good, I mean, I like the theming and everything. It's way better than mine. I don't like the conky. I think it's cool you can see that, but I liked how it went away last night. You click the screen, it would vanish and not come back until you reloaded the machine. But yeah, I mean, I like the software. I mean, it's an out of the box. It does things that most people would need on their system for editing file, pictures, video. They got Kdenlive on here for videos, BLC. Got, a lot of goodies on here. Disk burning, mixers. They got the Clementine music player. I'm a fan of. I didn't stay on Clementine. I didn't try to learn it or anything. My first system that I installed, coming back trying to get into Linux was Storm OS, and it had I'm pretty sure it had Rhythmbox, but anyway, Rhythmbox was on something, and I was able to make playlists, and it did everything I wanted to do, and I just stuck with that, because I like something, I stick with it, if it breaks, if it don't break, then I see no reason to switch to anything else. Now, Clementine, just pull it up here, I don't know. But anyway, Ultimate Edition goes out of their way to please people. So it really ticks me off when they get. I've seen some negative comments. I don't even remember who or when this happened, but real negative comments. And I'll say things that might be messed up, but I won't. If I can't do it better, why flame something? Why complain? And complaining don't do nothing. Just report something. If it's if something don't work, like the auto login, I don't like. That's something that they can fix. I have no doubt. I could fix that. Because it's not broken on mine. When I install mine, it doesn't automatically log me in because I choose not to, and they'll call them up. So I choose not to. But something's broke somewhere, and they can fix it. I know they can. They may not be interested in fixing it. Like a guy said on the video, I seen comments on the video. I don't think he commented to me, but the guy that was helping me, he said, I've installed it 100 times. I don't know why it carries over. If you install something 100 times and you don't have hiccups, why bust your balls to fix it if it works for you? But you want it to work for other people. You create something because you want to contribute to open source and whatnot, and you like your freedoms over Windows and whatnot. One guy uses. Anyway, that it is what it is. Don't complain. Just report it. And if they don't fix it, find a way to fix it yourself. Maybe that is your contribution to Ultimate Edition Arch. Fix something yourself. I mean, I might mess around with this a little bit longer, and maybe I could pick something. I mean, I don't know how I would fix the ISO. I mean, I could say how I fixed something, and they could figure out how to, like, you know, make sure that it don't happen during an installation, you know, and then they could update their ISO accordingly. But I mean, maybe that's a way you can contribute. Find a way to fix it. Find an equivalent package to what they have on here that's not broken, and it may be broken on theirs. But I mean, nothing's broken. I mean, I have encountered nothing with Ultimate Edition Arch that is broken. Now, the system is not broken. Even with the login, you know, that's irritating, automatically logging you in. But I mean, it's not broken. The system works. When it boots up, it completely works like a charm, like magic. I mean, it is amazing. It's out of the box. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people may call some of this bloat, but they don't know what packages you're going to use. They have no idea. If you're a content creator, I mean, they absolutely have no idea what you're going to use to your coding and stuff. So they've added some things, and if you don't like them, just uninstall them. I mean, instead of, oh, it's bloat, just go to your little thing here. Go to install. Check that off. I mean, you can do it all in one pop. Oh, I don't like this. I'll check this off. Hold on. I do something wrong. I'll check it off. You know, you check it off. Check everything you want off, and then you apply, and they're all gone, you know. So instead of saying, oh, it's bloat, and bitching and moaning on their forum or their page, or, you know, just install, say, hey, I installed this, or this was conflicting with the program that I like. Tell them about it, but don't complain to them, because it's not like they're charging you for this. They're not charging you. Look at it. I mean, that's just cool. This is just so freaking awesome. I had to give Ultimate Edition, and I mean, I like the hoops. I went through hoops last night to get the user removed. I mean, because I couldn't remove the user because I could never log into my user, so I had to create an extra user called Ultimate. And I'll tell you this: last night on the VM, there were 2 users. So today, when I went to bare metal, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Oh, because I created Ultimate. See, I already knew. Yeah, it does the same thing as the VM. But I mean, I knew ahead of time, so it was a little bit quicker for me to get through the hoop, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So that's what you should do, and that's what I'm doing. I mean, I made a video, and I put the link to the videos. They can either watch it or they don't. They don't have to watch it. If they don't make a comment, won't hurt my feelings at all. I did this kind of to help in some way. I mean, I can't fund them with money right now, but I'll be in the future. I may donate to this program because I like it. I don't know if they made this conky, but conky's not right. This is not my system, but I love it. It works. I mean, it's fast. Everything I open up is stupid fast. The email opens right. I like how it does the splash. I just like it. I do. And they got my favorite office suit. I think they have my coder. I thought I seen my might be lying. Development. No. No, they don't. Well, I mean, they got CMake. Man, I swear I thought I seen Visual Studio. I mean, I guess that's Microsoft. That's why they don't have it. But all the stuff I did in Windows that I do on Linux, it's just easier. And that's the thing. That's why I'm not so much of a teacher now. I can't release something because I know how to do things. I can't tell you how. I mean, it's just been trial and error, since I've done Linux. I mean, I can make a C++ script in Windows. I'm sure I've done that. I mean, I transitioned, when I was transitioning over, I actually ran a game server, a World of Warcraft server, and I was able to do that in Linux. And I'm trying to think of what, it might have been Storm that things just worked in. But anyway, Debian works just completely fine. I've just looked at other people's systems and to see what programs they had on there, and I've added some programs to my repository, over time, if I like it, and I guess I'll build it from there. And when I get a level of programs in my repository, I mean, I can't possibly know what people would run. I mean, I could just look and see what, but I'm not going to have like 64,000. I think like Debian's got 64,000. I'm not going to go through 64,000 packages to see what's worthy to be put on my system. I mean, that's just the freedom with Linux, you can put what you want, I mean, if it ain't on the repository, you can find it. I mean, you could Google, hey, the program you like, and there's most likely either that program or an equivalent somewhere you can find and install it. Now, you may have to go through and build it, like with CMake and Make and stuff like that, but so what? The fact that you have your freedoms here is one of the key factors of switching from Windows to Linux, is you got your freedoms. Glenn, Gary, the people at Ultimate Edition, they're not going to tell me, Tracy, you cannot run that Office program on this computer. I'm going to lock you out, and I'm going to shut it down. My next update is going to make it to where you can't run that program at all. A person could do that. To me, that's not free and open source. But I mean, that's the thing you get in Linux. You get your freedoms. You don't have it in Windows. You just flat out don't. And they got backdoors into your system. I don't know if I would almost open up and have a stream one day asking people to assault my computer, hack into to get my computer. I could set up a dummy. I could do a VPN. I could figure out a way to mask it so if I am attacked, and I could cut the hard wire so you don't actually find my real stuff I mean, I don't put access to my private server on my computer anywhere, so I mean, you're not going to find it. I mean, it can be found, obviously, but I mean, I haven't had any problems yet. I got, it's been attacked. I've going through the logs, the incoming, outgoing. I mean, the logs. You'd be surprised of how many attempts and attacks it's received. Not attacks, but attempts that's been done, and nobody has gotten in there. And I know they get some major people though. I've gone to I'll never forget. I'm trying to think of who it was. Anyway, it's not about Linux. That's just about security, and there's no virus protection I've found anywhere on here. Is there a firewall? Yeah, okay. Okay, no, there's not. Oh, I mean, but you can get, it's firewall is disabled. But anyway, yeah, I suggest firewalls. Is it Clan B? Anyway, and virus protection. And for someone to tell you that you don't need a virus, I mean, you don't, I guess. If you're not running any Windows, Linux, you don't really need one just yet, I guess. But I think it's advisable to have it, though, because, like, if you install Wine and you're installing a Windows product, there's an added risk. There just is. It's not the fact that Linux is not penetratable, because it is. It can be hacked 100%. But since we'll call it, I don't know if these figures are right, so don't blame me on the figures. I'd say 90. And the Linux community is getting bigger, but. And I could be wrong. It may be more than this, but we'll call it 85% people have Windows systems. We'll call the 85% Windows, Mac users, and the other 15% is Linux. So that is why the Linux is more secure and stuff. Now, if the tables start turning, there's going to be more. The more they're going to focus more on the security part, and more virus protections will come out for Linux 100%. So anyway, I enjoyed this. I really did. I am going to log off soon and put my stuff back on here. I don't know. I like this a lot, but I don't want to stick with it until I don't have to use the ultimate. I mean, I don't have to use the ultimate. I mean, I could create another user and get rid of ultimate. If I wanted to jump them which is the hoops ain't that big of a deal now. I mean, I know how to do it. It wouldn't take 5 minutes. I could have it off of here. No, wait a second. I could, but here's what happened, and I forgot. When I dumped ultimate, this screen you see here vanishes. There is no background whatsoever. It goes to a black screen, a complete dark black screen. I'm pretty sure that's right. Now I got my taskbar down at the bottom, but I mean, I think the theming goes away. Don't quote me on that, but I'm not going to spin up another one just to check that theory out. And I can't test that on stream anyway, because when I reboot, it takes down OBS. I wish there was a way. I mean, that's just the thing. I've seen people record and they reboot during the recording. That's either they've they probably use Kdenlive. Yeah, they're using a video. They're probably using a video editor. It's probably not. No, I've seen it on live stream. I know I have. Anyway, it don't matter. I don't care about any of that gooey stuff. But it's pretty cool to be able to do reboots and stuff on stream and not lose your stream. It's been up for 2 hours and 44 minutes. Is that the terminal? Yeah. Like the transparency, the opacity, transparency. Okay. I love it. I like how that does that. I gotta give Ultimate an A+. Cool beans. Well, anyway, folks, I don't know if this was a helpful video, but I mean, it was. I did say what was wrong. You know, with the login, you have to use Ultimate. It's not. If you create your own user, you get a black screen with the cursor. And even when you use Ultimate, it automatically logs you in. It appears to retain calamares, and there's other things. I mean, if it's got calamares on here still, I'm sure there's other things that are still on here too that's unneeded, that should be wiped out. So, and I removed the Discover and Kaja, and I went with Nemo and Paymac. Tried to install LeafPad. I mean, it seemed to work, but it's not showing up just yet. I may have to restart my computer. I like LeafPad. What else? I'm trying to think if there was any more issues last night that I need to say something about. Black screen, mouse, the auto start when I don't want it to auto log in. There's 377. I mean, that's more than Windows. I think Windows out of the box has got like 185, maybe less processes. I don't know why this has so many. Maybe it's still using the processor from the installation. I don't know. But I mean, it's clean. It's like I said. I mean, if you just choose Arch or Ultimate as your user, which you shouldn't have to do. I mean, everything will work on here that they got without a hitch. Nothing that they got on here did not work. Well, I mean, Kaja didn't work like I expected it to. I mean, I couldn't open up anything in root. I tried so many different ways, and I could have changed. I mean, you could change the do a change mod, and change the file and unlock it and do what you got to do, then do the same process and lock it back. But I mean, shouldn't have to do that, but I like it. Good job, Glenn, Gary, whoever made this version up. It looks really good. I enjoyed playing around with it, and nothing against Ultimate Edition Arch Linux. I hope that you can find time, and if you're not interested in it, I get it 100%. You offer, unless my eyes are deceiving me, and they do sometimes. It looks like you can get many different versions of Ultimate. Personally, I would retain the space, and if you got, like, we're going to say Ultimate Edition 10, I don't see why you have to have Ultimate Edition 6 around. If you're going to do a Debian, maybe keep that version around and the version before that, so if people don't want to transition up just yet, they don't have to. But I mean, I wouldn't maintain more than 2 ISOs, and if you're going to do a Debian and an Ubuntu and an Arch, just have 3. I mean, you don't have to have a crap ton of ISOs to maintain. I mean, like I said, I don't, folks, if you're watching, I don't know why things are done certain ways and why they do, keep those ISOs, but it doesn't make it bad. Ultimate Edition is awesome. I mean, I'm flat out telling you, and it makes me want to get off here now and download. I mean, I'm not a fan of Ubuntu. I mean, if I was, I guess I would have never gotten off of Mint. But I do want to try their Debian out, LMDE6 or whatever, and give it a spin. I mean, I don't have to do my own, but I just think it's interesting and fun and enjoyable to work on Linux, and I got my freedoms. I can do whatever the hell I want, when I want. And Bill Gates and his cronies, his goons, ghouls, demon rats can't tell me what to do, and I like that. They can't say, you can't run this. Even though you bought a licensed copy of 2007 Office, the functionality of your mail program, which I was on for a long time. I'm going to add. This completely stopped working at one of the. That was back in Windows 7. It started breaking crap. Updates would break crap, and that's the one thing that really upsets me about updates in Windows. Like when you install Windows, I could install Windows, get it completely installed, and I could erase Linux. And I haven't ran into a Linux distro that would not smoke Windows. And that's starting Windows, the time clock in Windows after it's installed, and starting the time with Linux on the USB stick before it's even on your computer. I can hit go, and one of them got real close once. It was 18 minutes was the closest Windows ever got, and I don't think it was completely fully updated, because you do your initial update, then it searches again and it finds more updates, then it finds more updates, then it finds more updates. And like Linux, type in like pacman SYU, and it's going to get up. You're going to get them all at once. You don't have to do multiple chains of freaking update. So anyway, that's where I'm at today. I'm going to get off of here, guys. If you're watching, awesome. If not, any pointers, tips, or anything you can give me, anything you don't agree on, anything, leave it in the comments below. But if you're commenting on Ultimate Edition on that side, please just don't use their system as a way to flame me, because I'm certainly not flaming them. I mean, they've done an absolutely fabulous job there, and I have to say, my arch and their arch, if we went to a convention and we were applying for $50,000 winning fee, and I was a customer or a one that would vote on it, I would choose Ultimate Edition over mine. It's more feature rich than mine. Mine works 100%. There's not the hoops that you have to go through on Ultimate, but I mean, I just like what they've done. I love it. I can't knock it. To knock it is to say I can do better, and I haven't produced better yet. They do a good job. And if I could commit some time and everything, I would contribute to this daily, because I like it that much. I mean, to me, Ultimate Edition is that good. It's certainly something I think you ought to give a shot. You got to spin it up in a VM, and you really ought to give it a shot, because it's freaking awesome, folks. Awesome. They do a good job. Love you guys. God bless. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.